In this episode I invite you to follow us sailing from Gibraltar out in the Atlantic towards Tenerife. You can also see how I use my radar in combination with the IS. And it never gets boring with Eric and Chris on board. In the previous episode I got my boat back into the water. Fabio embarks and we set sail towards Gibraltar. There we're gonna pick up 2 more crew members.
Ok, besøk fra Norge, da ser det sånn ut på bordet.
Eric and Chris arrived and they brought with them lots of chocolate and other goodies from Norway. We just made a shopping list because it's first time Be Free has so many people on board at the same time. We have to provision for our 770 mile long journey towards Tenerife. If you shop for a certain amount of money, there is a free transfer after you are done shopping from this grocery store. But somehow we were lost in translation. So instead we end up with ordering a taxi, because we were quite eager to get going. While my crew went back to Be Free, I took another round of shopping and went to the custom clearance for checkout with my updated crew list. Finally the day has come. We are leaving Gibraltar, heading toward Tenerife, one of the islands in the Canary Islands. When we are out of the Strait of Gibraltar, we will enter the Atlantic Ocean. We are super excited about this, but unfortunately there is not much wind and the weather forecasts say it will be pretty calm the whole way, so I guess we have to motor a lot. Normally I sail solo, so this journey will be just walk in the park. We have started our shift list and Chris is the first that stay below to take a little nap before his shift starts.
Hello. Slept well?
Nice. How was snoring? It's nice.
So, what's cooking?
This night I cook feijoada. I was hoping to have aboard beautiful Norwegian blonde, but no.
This is starting to be a little bit frustrating. Every time we furl out the head sail, wind died. But we tried to sail as much as possible, but flopping sails is nothing you would like to have. If you know Be Free from Instagram or have been guest on board, you will understand the DJ references. So while pizza is in the making, Chris is practicing his DJ skills.
What are we doing?
Making pizza, huh?
Pizza. Yes. Now we just have to wait
Yes.
half an hour.
Half an hour. I'm hungry now.
Now it starts.
And now it's just waiting time. And as soon as possible.
After some weeks with Fabio on board, my conclusion is that everyone should have an Italian sailor on board. Feeling so lucky to have my shift for the sunrise. I just love it. But there was no wind, we were just drifting around, and I would like to wait till my crew members wake up before starting the engine. Early the next morning we are passing another sailboat, and it's always a friendly guest to say hello and ask if everything is okay.
Sailing up Njord. This is sailing up B3 on 16.
Sailing yacht B3, this is sailing yacht Nord on channel 16.
Hello, come to 06 please.
Roger.
Njord, this is B3 on 06.
Hello B3, this is Nord on channel 06.
Hello, see you on the side of us here. Where are you going to?
We're heading for the Canary Islands. We are on our way to put up a Swedish flag right now, so we're holding it over our heads right now.
Ja, men det flott. Det nordmenn ombord her.
Det var gött att höra.
Ja.
There is something bouncing around in the dinghy garage, keeping Chris awake, so he's very eager to find the source of his sleep.
Ok, quello che vediamo adesso è il culo di Krister che sta cercando di tirar fuori un bumper da dentro.
Kulfender.
Ah, you stop him.
Yeah, it was fender, a round fender, you know. Tight up. Ja. Og så følger den herfra, Christer.
Last time I used my Code Zero, it ended up in the ocean. So it had to be dried and cleaned, and therefore it was not furled in, and we had to sort it out and get it up manually. In Cartagena in Spain, I did a rig inspection and also changed the halyard for my Code Zero. It was barely enough wind to keep the Code Zero flying, but we would like to try it anyway, because 770 miles is a long journey, and we would like to try to sail as much as possible to save fuel.
Det er helt sykt hvilken følelse som er på hjerteavtalen.
Again, the wind died on us and we had to motor sail, trying to make speed over ground to reach Tenerife in time. After a very quiet night with no wind, we wake up to this amazing sunrise with the Atlantic Ocean looking like it's glazed. Almost surreal to be having this experience in the middle of the Atlantic. Just after sunrise, we got a little breeze and decided to furl out the big genoa again to see if it was possible to get some speed. After a while we start gaining some speed again, and for sure the sound of a sailboat with just the right speed attracts dolphins. Now it was just time to wait and keep an eye on the surface. And of course, my gennaker ended in the water once again. Unfortunately, we had no camera rolling this time, but when enjoying decent speed into the sunset, we were discussing what just happened. We have to get up in the mast and check when we reach Tenerife. At least this time I had plenty of hands helping me to get the gennaker back on deck to clean and to dry it before sunset. I feel so lucky to have an Italian friend, which is a wizard in the galley. So what is an Italian chef without another variation of pasta? And again, Fabio had made us an amazing good tasty pasta dish.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be hard to see on the IS if the ship is crossing in front or behind you. I'm using my EBL and VRM on the radar to show me this. If the ship in this case is to starboard off the line, they will cross ahead of us. And as you can see, the ship will be crossing our course ahead of us within 30 minutes at a distance of approximately 1.2 nautical miles.
Yeah, making some pancakes here, homemade from Norway.
Wow.
Yeah. With eggs and milk and yeah, some what we call in Norway seterømme, directly from the cow. Yeah, a lot of work making this.
I think it's impressive making pancakes in this way.
And some
Yes.
of this.
And some.
No. It's from the bottom.
So it's Toro helping us out once again.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
How's it going, Fabio?
I was thinking that we are almost with Lanzarote on our left, but we are 60 miles away, so we cannot see nothing about the Timanfaya and things like that. So we are 92 miles away from the next waypoint, so we arrive in Tenerife almost at arrival time 2:28.
As we are getting closer to Tenerife, we try to kill some time playing cards and having a good time together the last few hours. From the marina in Tenerife, Eric is getting information about where we are going to dock Be Free.
We are now in Tenerife.
Yeah. We just arrived.
Longest
Long-
journey ever.
I think it's the slowest sail ever.
We made the record.
So we really deserve this, right?
Yeah.
Canary Islands belongs to Spain, so theoretically we are still in Spain, after our last port of call was in Gibraltar, the Spanish side. So after we had our rump punch, it was time to visit the customs and immigrations anyway, but it was super easy because we are all Europeans. It's a bit frustrating that every time I fly my gennaker, it always ends up in the water. So again, it was time to visit the loft and see what's going on up there. I wonder why the halyard snapped this time. Now it also looks like the whole wheel and fittings has been snapped out. As you can see, we are using 2 halyards for the safety reason. There's only one rigger at Tenerife, and his stock of spare parts is pretty limited. He could get me the part from Selden, but estimated approximately 3 weeks to get it. We don't have time to wait that long because Fabio has a flight to catch in Martinique less than 3 weeks from now.
What do you think about this boat? Would you like to use it?
Yes, it's just the engine is missing.
Yeah?
Otherwise, it's a good hull.
Yeah.
We're gonna launch it on the other side. I can show you.
Let me see.
Away,
Yeah?
and we launch it
Down
Yeah.
in the sea.
down there. Go to island.
Okay. Okay, we can try.
Yeah.
Eric and Chris rented this cute little convertible and took us for a ride around Tenerife. And what a beautiful island. Check out time for Eric and Chris, and they are so sweet, helping me cleaning the cabins and the bathroom for the new guests. In the next episode I have 2 new crew members and we start crossing the Atlantic. In the middle of Atlantic we also meet these amazing whales, breakdown of our autopilot, and we have the hand steer and arrive Martinique in shitty weather.